Our next story is about Europe. Once upon a time, it was the world's economic powerhouse. Now it is an aging giant, staring at decline and slow agony. I'm not the one saying this. These are the words of Mario Draghi, the former Prime Minister of Italy and a former president of the European Central Bank. Last year, Draghi was asked to compile a report on the future of European competitiveness. It was to be a roadmap for the future to help the European Union dig itself out of its economic hole. You see, the EU has been on the decline. It peaked during the last century, but now it keeps facing one crisis after another. The continent as a whole is aging. They're losing their competitive edge. Once indomitable industries like the German automobile empire are slowly crumbling. And there are no new European giants to take their place. No European startup has crossed the €100 billion mark in 50 years. 30% of the EU's unicorns, the startups valued at over $1 billion, they're called unicorns. 30% of EU unicorns have left the bloc since 2008. So it's a dire situation. And that is why Mario Draghi was tabbed last year. He was asked to find a solution to this mess. And yesterday, his report finally came out.
Now, we have said many times that growth has been slowing down for a long time in Europe. But we've ignored it. Now conditions have changed. World trade is slowing. China is actually slowing very much, but it's become much less open to us, and actually it's competing with us in global markets on all accounts. We've lost our main supplier of cheap energy, Russia. And now we have to start for our defense again for the first time since the Second World War. The investment needs that all this entails are massive. The investment share will have to rise by around 5 percentage points of GDP to levels last seen in the 60s and the 70s.
Draghi wants the EU to increase investments by about 750 to 800 billion euros every single year. Let me repeat that, 800 billion euros every year. This is what it will cost to reverse Europe's decline. Let's pause for a moment. Let's forget about where this money will come from. That's a lot of money. Let's say the EU manages to find the sum. Then what? Will all their problems magically go away? Probably not. Because the EU's problem is not just the money. They're already wealthier than everyone else except for China and the US. The problem goes deeper. Europe is still stuck in the last century. It failed to capitalize on the digital revolution. It hung on to its old manufacturing roots. But now the world is moving forwards, and Europe's old industries are becoming obsolete. They're being overrun by cheaper, modern alternatives like Chinese electric vehicles, which are crippling European automobiles. Along with an outdated economy, Europe also has an aging population. It's the oldest continent in the world. The average age there is 42. In Europe, the average age is 42. Asia's average age is about 31. Same with South America. In Africa, the average age is barely 19. So who will be able to work more? Who will end up being more productive? Europe has managed to paper over the cracks so far because of its enormous head start. But now even that is not enough. The playing field is getting leveled and Europe's age is starting to show. Now combine this with the constant squabbling. There are 27 EU member countries. 27 countries are members of the European Union. Only 20 of them use the common currency, the euro. Then you have members like Hungary, led by Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who keeps trying to thwart Europe's unified front. Richer countries like Germany are wary about joint projects. They don't want to foot another nation's bill. Amid all these squabbles, how will Europe get its act together? How will it come together to save itself? The simple answer is, it probably won't. Europe's decline is well underway, and the EU seems powerless to stop it. So as Draghi said, the people there should prepare for quote-unquote slow agony.